In today's video, I interview a Roblox developer with over 4 years of experience. Stay tuned as he does give you guys some tips for those of you that are trying to make it in the development area. What are some tips for aspiring developers that are wanting to start using Blender?
Here, let me think about that. I think...
Alright, so I have a first question. What made you start your game development journey?
I started Roblox, and I was always into Legos, and I was always into Minecraft, and kind of like was fading out of those two things, but I wanted something to do with my creativity. So I'm like, you know what? I opened up Roblox Studio for the first time on my cruddy laptop, and I used free models, made a tycoon out of free models. Probably broken now, but that's how I started, and here I am today.
Yeah, you definitely for sure came from pretty humble beginnings. I think that's of course where I started too. I thought, Roblox, game development, all you have to do is use the toolbox and boom, that's how you make a game, just like that.
Let me give you a hint.
Perfect.
Don't use the toolbox.
Exactly. So if you had any when you started, what were your goals when you began? And did you hit them or exceed them?
No, not at all.
Did it make any goals?
Use toolbox.
Okay. Do you think if you were to set goals, do you think you would have hit them? I know that's kind of hard to tell.
No. I mean, I've hit my current goals for the most part.
That's good.
But like doing commissions, starting commissions, making money during commissions, and having a good time.
It sounds like fun, I'm not gonna lie. And I would definitely do it.
It's very time consuming. It's very time consuming.
For sure.
Because you have to learn everything. I'm self-taught through videos and self-taught, and just 4 years of experience takes a long time.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's 4 years. Is that pretty much what you've spent the majority of the time doing when you've been online?
Yes.
Wow.
That and War Thunder. And school, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not that it's needed or anything. You just,
And then I went through the big Southwest Florida phase.
Of course. What are your plans for your development career?
Well, I'm working on a new project. It's classified. But hopefully to either make some money through Robux or continue my 3D modeling journey and hopefully become a architect, or like I could do 3D modeling for businesses, or there's lots of things I could do to set myself up for.
That definitely sounds like a cool way to use these skills.
It takes a long time though, but
of course
you have put your heart to it. You might get it, you might not.
Alright, so if you were Voldex, would you have added that gambling update?
No.
I don't think anybody would, if I'm being honest.
No.
What are
That
your...
was kind of a stupid decision.
Honestly, yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think it was...
One, it actually violates the TOS, or terms of service through Roblox, so actually I'm surprised they didn't get banned or warned. They may have. Gambling is strictly not allowed, and it's just a way to set yourself up for falsely being accused or getting sued by car companies or by anything just like that. What happened, but yeah, no, would not have done it.
Yeah, same. I definitely think it could have been purposeful. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of people telling me, no, you're wrong. It's not. There's no way they did that on purpose. You're a stupid kid. I'm like, but
yeah.
But think of it. I mean, it could be. So, don't write it off. But
it could be. It could be someone who had a bad experience, such as a hacker or somebody that just wanted to get revenge, like like a big developer who got banned for no reason. Because
Voldex is actually...
certain company has a tendency to ban people for no reason and later regret it.
Voldex is actually a pretty big company, and they just decided they were going to, buy it. So could it be malicious and they're here just to take over all the Roblox car games? Possibly, but then again, nobody really knows.
I don't think so. I mean, possibly, but there's a lot of angry, revengeful devs, but that's kind of a little rare, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But you had to be someone big to do that. Like, if they were making thousands of dollars per week, and then they get that all taken away. But other than that, no, I don't think that could have been. Hold on, wait.
You're good.
I got someone making a lot of sound when I told them not to. Please cut this out, or just keep it in, because why not?
Alright, what do you think about car companies taking their car models off of Roblox?
I think it's valid. I think it's legal. I mean, it is legal. Why wouldn't it be? But I think it's valid to be able to do that. Now, I think that they're also missing out on a huge thing because car nerds, the people that would be actually buying their stuff, are going to these games and like completely learning about these cars and learning how cool they are, quote unquote cool. But I think it's also valid to not want your stuff to be stolen without copyright, and I think they do have the right way to do that.
Of course, I absolutely agree. Of course, they have the right to take it off because it's their models, right? And they don't have permission. They don't have the licenses. But just as you said, honestly, like for all the kids that want to play it, like play in these cars, if I were a company, personally, I would want kids checking out my cars. I would want kids to start liking it, right? You know, it builds more. It builds more around your brand, and I feel like if you take that away, they're more likely to go and grow up and buy something like that if they know about it, right? And they've played with it on these games. But for sure, I think they're missing out.
They are very much missing out.
All right. Interesting question. How long do you think it'd take to make a W2R monument for the server, like a game?
What kind?
I don't know, just like the community monument. I don't even know, like the specific.
It would probably
detail.
take, depending on how you want it. If you want it to be low poly, a day or two.
We're thinking about that. Maybe we could raise some ROBUX to have that built just for the W2R Empire community.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So you guys go in the comment section below and tell us if that's something that you would want, because if we raise enough Robux, we could buy it.
100%.
Okay, do you think you'll ever be able to join the Southwest Florida Development Community Team? What do I call that?
No and yes. I think that given time, I could become a much more valid modeler. Point that that I could, but I'm more based on low poly and more stuff that is not that realistic. Now I could do realistic stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's not what they're looking for. One, because they've already hired everybody they need, and two, I actually personally wouldn't want to, because I could get in legal trouble if they get sued again. I don't want to get in legal trouble. And three, that game is just dying. I mean, like, I'd rather work for something else that I know will work out.
Yeah, we can thank all the people that ratted out the car companies for that, and Voldex themselves. But okay, what are some tips for aspiring developers that are wanting to start using Blender?
Here, let me think about that. I think take your time, really play around with it. Really start to learn the keybinds. I would wait to get into animation. If you're wanting to get into animation, I would wait until you've gotten really good with the modeling skills, because those modeling skills will be transferred to the animation. Because to become an animator, you have to learn how to use the rigs and how to use the models and but you can't just use them. You have to understand how they were made and how to move them, and you can't do that without the basics of modeling.
Okay, that definitely makes sense.
There's a lot of YouTube. YouTube is key.
Of course.
Please do not go out and spend $1,200 on lessons unless you really know you're wanting to do this. Because by personal experience, I have witnessed people have a really bad time with those, and they turn out bad because they are either taught by unexperienced people that were taught by other people recently, so they're not actually that new. They're actually not that experienced with Blender, one, and two, they're just way too overpriced. And YouTube, like Blender Guru, he is key. The donut series, watch that, do it all, maybe do it again. But that's kind of what I think.
All right, well, thank you. That'll definitely help out some people. Personally, I find Blender extremely complicated.
It's still complicated after 2 years of using it. 2.5 years.
I tried to load it up once, and I'm just like, you know what? Forget this. Forget fancy render thumbnail.
Also, one thing to know is that don't go to the super detailed stuff in Blender first. I made that mistake. Tried to make a super detailed palm tree the first time I opened up Blender, and it went bad. Yeah.
Okay,
So try out extruding things, sizing things, using the different tools. Just start out with small things, like maybe a very, 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 very not detailed house. Don't be creating guns or planes or tanks yet. Those things take a long time, and you have to know how to use Blender. Unless I guess you could put a block with a cylinder on it and call it a tank, but
yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Like, boom, look at my tank.
it takes time.
For sure. Do you think that Roblox car games have much of a future left, except for Driving Empire, of course?
That's difficult to answer, because the non-copyright, like made-up cars that are like actually detailed, yes, I think so. Cars, games like Southwest Florida or Greenville, unless they somehow get all the licenses, I don't really see it.
Honestly, I'm kind of with you. Unless, because Southwest Florida is supposed to be switching over to really detailed fictional cars, but I don't see that going very far, because Southwest Florida is kind of built upon the image of being really realistic with real cars and everything. So switching like that, I don't know what would really happen there.
Back when they had applications open, I applied as just a general modeler, like a map modeler or builder. And their specifications were kind of weird. So, like, you have to have, like, I don't know, it was like, it doesn't matter if you have 1 year of experience or 3 or 7. It was just, like, kind of messy. And like it kind of sounded like they were really struggling.
Yeah, I mean they were. I remember back when they were like really looking for people to start helping them develop things, because
no, I didn't get I applied. No, I didn't get it, but I'm glad I didn't, because I don't really want to get in legal issues. But,
exactly.
I think there might be still looking for a car modeler. I don't know.
Do you think you'd ever try out for that?
No,
I don't think so.
not again. No.
So what are all the projects that you've worked on?
A lot.
I bet.
So the first thing was, I've already mentioned this, it was a tycoon. It was called Hero Tycoon. It was completely made of free models. I didn't even know how to ungroup things. I didn't know how to drag things. I didn't know how to move things. I just looked up a video how to make Tycoon. It was probably
I think
more
I
simple than that,
actually
like,
remember that.
Tycoon or something. And then funny thing is, I actually invited you to it, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna make Next Gen Studios, which was a development group that here Way Too Random and me started. That went very far.
It did,
but
it went on for very long, but we didn't do too much.
Then I had a bunch of stuff like that, just small little free model things. Then I started on FFCity, which is free for all city. I don't know, I think I forgot the A in it, but that's what happens when you're young and trying out new things. But it was basically free for all city, and it was the Roblox city template, and I added free models, guns, and tents all over, because I thought that was military-ish. And then I had Neptune Beach, which actually Way Too Random helped with me on. We got pretty far. It was basically like our version of Southwest Florida, when Southwest Florida was semi-big. When Way Too Random started the videos, I think. That went for a couple months, maybe? I don't know. We just kind of died down on it. I think we both got busy, and it just kind of never got picked up again for a long time. And then I got Aesthetic Vibes, which Way Too Random helped with me again back, I think it was 2021? It was quite a bit ago. Basically, it was back when vibe games were big, like those aesthetic purple lighting vibe games. It was an attempt to make it. We got okay with it. It just didn't go well. And then I had Lost in the Woods, which is starting to play around with my own stuff, like not free models. It still had some free models. Then I actually had a buddy from sports who was a YouTuber. I don't know how his YouTube is doing now, but it's called StewLand. And he was the big Minecraft builder, or big Minecraft YouTuber. Or he wasn't big, not really, but he did a lot of Minecraft videos. And you're like, you know what? Can I make a game for you? And he's like, sure, why not? So I made StewLand with Way Too Random. I think this is the last one that I did with Way Too Random. it was just Minecraft stuff, a lot of free models, that's kind of when we started not doing free models. That was like early 2021, mid 2021, and then later I did NoobWarSimulator. All of that was not free models except for the gun mechanics. That was like when I really got it started serious. Now it's broken, it's dead, nothing works in it anymore. But that was a big thing. And then I had Kart Ride Simulator.
Boy,
that was failed. That was so basically you take the iconic Roblox kart ride stuff, the templates and stuff, and I made like these big kart ride things, I guess you could call it. And I had like scenery and stuff, and it was like a simulator. It was supposed to be big. In my mind, it was big at the time, but kind of failed. And then I made ThePodcast, which was actually 2020, early 2023. I did a bunch of random things between that, but just not stuff worth mentioning, just like failed stuff. That was kind of my time of like really learning, so I was doing more stuff of learning.
Yeah. Like
Blender, that's when I started Blender. I started Blender late 2022. Then I started work. I was hired for something called Power Legends X, which is a simulator, kind of like that iconic anime game. Now had nothing to do with anime, but it was just like about you get the more power. It was kind of a clicker game. It was just the iconic simulator, bright neon colors, and then I had a game that I do not remember the name of. It was basically kind of like a paintball game, but like a team deathmatch paintball game. Not really like paintball. That went on for a while, and then that fell through. And they did Warfare Chronicles, which is supposed to be a World War II game. This is when my Blender got really serious. That fell through, sadly. None of these things falling through. It was either because bosses couldn't, or leaders couldn't pay, or nobody wanted to work anymore, or I had issues that I had to deal with, or something like that. Something under those lines. And then Warfare Chronicles, that fell through, but that's when I really got into Blender. And then I started working for something called Tower Defense Mayhem. So that was a tower defense game. I was the map builder, and I did a lot of modeling for them. That went on for about 4 months, I think. That the boss could not pay, and nobody wanted to work. So I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. Everybody left too.
I get that.
And now I am working on a classified game. That took a long time.
Yeah, I would love to see that classified game one day.
Well, think about it. Yeah. You totally haven't seen pictures from it.
Yeah, definitely not.
Now everybody is going to come try to hack you and try to see it.
No, they don't get to see anything. I'm going to try and link the games mentioned in the video. I'm going to try. There's a few of them.
All right.
The working ones, but I'm gonna link those so that people can actually check them out. Most of them were done quite a bit ago, and so they're nowhere near his actual skill level. But if you want to check them out, they might be broken, but you can. They'll most likely be in the link in the description. But don't kill me if I forget. Now we have a bonus question.
Bonus?
Yes.
Oh no.
It's another W2R Empire kind of themed question, like, from earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah. What do you think about a collab game built for the W2R Empire?
With who? Collabing with who?
Well, I could do some building of my own, I guess. But
okay. I thought it was like 2 different channels or something.
Nah, like a game. I don't even know what it would be, what type of game, but I don't know.
No, that sounds good.
I guess that's another thing that we could vote on with the community to see if it would be something that we could do. See if other people want it. But that is all the questions.
All right, I have one thing to add.
Yeah.
Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you for having me here at the Way Too Random interview studio. And I'm open for commissions. DM me on Discord if you want.
Yeah, we'll have all his information down below. He'll get his own section in the description, and I will show you everything that he has to offer. You could check out his portfolio, all that. But yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. But I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this amazing interview with Your Daily News. Guys, this guy does amazing work. If you need any sort of GFX done, his information will be in the link in the description. Check him out. I urge you to go ask him. DMs are open. He'll respond to you quickly, and he'll do it really well. P.S. Pretty much all the graphics I have up on my channel right now are done by him. But thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see something like this again, then just let us know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.